What's one of the experiences a lot of people come to Kobe for?
The beef.
Exactly. So we've come to a Kobe beef restaurant to try it out. Kobe beef can understandably be quite an expensive experience, which is why I've searched for a restaurant which is not too expensive as compared to other restaurants. This is quite highly rated, I think, on the Japanese website Tabelog, but it's also not too expensive. I don't think the portion of meat is gigantic, but we're here just to try a very good Kobe beef rather than getting a larger portion. There are only 2 things on the menu and we're getting both of them today. One of them is the Kuroge Wagyu. We're going to compare that to real Kobe beef.
Teppan Dining Houki is a small restaurant with a capacity of around 8 to 10 people. Everyone is seated at the counter with a view of the teppanyaki hot plate station. The restaurant has allocated times for lunch and dinner seating, so reservation is required to secure yourself a space.
This is only for lunch. So this is the Kuroge Wagyu, which is not Kobe beef, but it is a very high quality beef. We're getting the 80 gram one, and this is the Kobe lunch set, which is 80 grams of 3,900. So we're getting one of each. This is a cold noodles small bowl, which is part of the lunch set. It looks like it's got some mushrooms and eggplants in it. Let's try it. That was really good. It's amazing. I kind of just swallowed everything. The noodles are so deliciously slurpy, they're so fine. And they carry the flavor of the broth, which is, I think, soy sauce, a bit of sugar, and also the flavor of the mushroom. You can really taste the ginger, and it seems like they put some sort of citrusy fragrance in there. It's an amazingly bright and not overly salty flavor. And also the eggplant, it seems like they've charred it. You can taste the smoke. This is a really good starter. Amazing. He just put a pat of butter on the vegetables that are cooking. The soup is really light and very peppery, but not in an overwhelming or overly spicy way. It's not entirely salty or sweet. The bean sprouts give it a nice crunch. The cabbage is soft, and the wonton is really flavorful. It's got prawns in it, and it's got some sesame oil. A really well done soup, I think. He asked us if we wanted to split each serving, so we each have one portion of Kobe and one portion of the normal Kuroge one. We also had some vegetables which have been grilled. Looks like potato, mushroom, red capsicum, and a pepper, some garlic chips, slice of lettuce, and black peppercorns on top. We also get a side of rice, some miso soup, some pickled daikon radish, and what seems to be a beef jerky. It tastes like meat, but I'm not really sure what it is. Just like meat. We also have a side of salt, and I think that's if the beef needs just a little more seasoning to our taste. Let's try the Wagyu that is not Kobe. Cheers. It's quite a firm piece of steak, more so than I actually expected. I think you can bite through it pretty easily. It's really tender still. I bit against the grainy, yet I could throw it off my nose. Got the really nice air flavor, iodization, caramelization flavor. But it doesn't taste too fatty. It's got a nice beefy flavor.
without being extremely greasy.
And I think it's actually seasoned quite well. I don't think it needs any more salt.
Lemon fruit, Kobe beef.
I think it is definitely more tender.
And so much more fatty too. It's still got to chew to it. So I don't think this is the best part of the cow, and it's also not the fattiest. But the more you chew, the more fat comes out. It's like you soaked it in butter, and then you cooked it.
I don't know what's up with the peppercorn, but it's amazing, honestly. I thought, why is he putting whole black peppercorns? Isn't that going to be so strong and spicy? But actually, you bite into it, you can barely feel the texture, and it just releases a slight bit of salty flavor, just a little bit. And this lovely, faint, delicate peppery flavor, which just seasons it quite well, even though it's such a large piece of peppercorn.
It's being brined.
It's been brined, I think.
To finish off,
Ginger sorbet. You know the pickled ginger that you get in sushi? That, but sweeter and icy and light and fluffy.
it melts immediately. It doesn't have any texture other than just...
What a palate cleanser, man. What an amazing way to end this meal.
It felt a bit rich before, but now eating this,
That was amazing.
it was a very satisfying meal. Everything was delicious and they make everything themselves.
The difference between the Kobe and the normal Wagyu is that the Kobe is
A5 grade,
and the Wagyu is just A3, which is still amazingly good.
it's a great experience if you want something a lot more elevated as compared to some of possibly the cheaper restaurants available.
And because it's a smaller portion than what you get for other places, you don't feel so heavy afterwards. Even then, they still serve you 4 other courses with it. The noodles, soup, salad, and finally ending with the ginger sorbet just made the experience so much more worth it to me.
And I think because there were so many courses, it wasn't too bad of a price. Anyway, I highly recommend this restaurant. It was delicious and not too bad for a budget like ours. If you would like to know more details on where you can find this restaurant and how to make reservations, you can check out our website, which will be linked in the description below.
As to where we are now, follow us on Instagram at Twins Speak Eat Go.